Alright, here we go with the last part of our unit on the Fertile Crescent, and this is going to be dealing with the Persian Empire. This is a picture of the Persian Empire around 500 BC. Persia is now located in modern-day Iran, as you can see here. And here again is an outline view of the Persian Empire. Persia conquered the Assyrians, and it is located in Asia Minor, which is right here. Northeast Africa, right over through here, as well as Egypt, and the Middle East to the Indus River Valley, which is all the way over here. Okay, we'll be talking about India coming up next. It was the largest empire of its time, although they were never able to conquer Greece, which we'll get to when we talk about ancient Greece. They fought some pretty fierce battles with the Greeks and as well as the Spartans, if you'll remember that. There were two key guys. You had Cyrus the Great, who started the empire, and he was tolerant of those he conquered. So he didn't just conquer people, turn them into slaves, and have them kneel at his feet or bow at his feet. He allowed them to, live their lives as long as they paid their taxes and followed the Persian rules. They were good to go. And then Darius made the empire uniform, which basically means he made it the same all over, which makes it easier to manage when everybody's following the same rules, using the same types of money if they had it back then, instead of having different. If you think about the United States, if the 50 states had their own different types of money, it would be a big problem. So uniformity is good when you're trying to manage something that's large in size. Here's the tomb of Cyrus the Great, which is very basic. It's not elaborate like the pyramids and other types of tombs that you see for great leaders. Alright, characteristics of the Persian Empire. They were tolerant of diversity. Persians allowed conquered city-states to stay mostly independent, and they were allowed to rule themselves but had to pay Persian taxes. Conquered citizens could become slaves, especially if they were breaking the law, etc. So the Persians took over places, but they also allowed them to still rule themselves, but they were still under the control of the Persians and had to pay Persian taxes. Persians also used currency, as you see here. So now we're getting into the phase of history where money is starting to be used rather than just straight up bartering. Bartering was still going on, but now with the introduction of money, that's starting to change economic behaviors a little bit. Excuse me. Another feature was government management. And this was called bureaucracy, where you have different levels and departments of a government, and a system of running government to make management easier. If you have a big country, okay, like the United States is a big country, you got 50 states, the president can't run the country by himself, so he needs different departments, different cabinets to run it smoothly and efficiently. Same thing with these empires, okay, he needs people over in these parts, okay, to run the empire and make sure that it is still staying part of the empire and being managed efficiently. So the bigger something is, the more rules, organization you have to have in place. Okay, and here's a list of some of our bureaucracy. Okay, Treasurer, Commissioner of Revenue, Courts, Fire, Human Resources, Police, Public Libraries, Public Utilities. Okay, and these can, again, help the government run smoothly, or as smoothly as possible. Okay, a lot of people don't like bureaucracy because it does have a tendency to slow things down, especially when if you can't find the right person that can help you, or they keep sending you to the wrong person that can't help you. They also developed a road system. and this was, the nickname was the Great Royal Road from Sardis to Susa. Okay, here's Sardis over here, right, and Susa over here. So it pretty much ran from one length of the empire to the other. And this allowed for the first postal service, and it helped unify the empire. And it made, again, managing the government, or managing the empire, much easier, because you could go here from one end to the other and kind of look at things, inspect things, see what's going on. And obviously you had smaller roads branching off from the main road, Royal Road. The religion of the Persian Empire was Zoroastrianism, and that was founded by a guy named Zoroaster. All right, and it was the religion of Persia, and basically it came down to a battle between good and evil and final judgment. Its god was known as Ahura Mazda. And it was unique to Persia. So Zoroastrianism never really flourished outside of Persia. Unlike some of the other religions we're going to talk about, they started somewhere and kind of grew. Zoroastrianism pretty much didn't really become popular like Buddhism or Hinduism, Islam, or Christianity. The sacred book is the Zend Avesta, and that is the holy book of Zoroastrianists. And the Persian Empire would finally be defeated at the hands of Alexander the Great, who was from Macedonia. And we'll talk more a little bit about Alexander when we get to ancient Greece. So this is the Persian Empire, and then this is the Empire of Alexander the Great. Okay, so it's similar in shape. Look back here. Similar in shape to the Persian Empire. Alright, so that's a wrap for the Persian Empire, and thus bringing our second unit on the Fertile Crescent to a close. So we got a test coming up soon. Make sure you're looking at these notes, reviewing them. If you need to go back and watch the videos, please do so. Make sure you give me any questions you have. Get that summary done. Remember, the summaries are 25 points. Key points: tolerance of conquered people, bureaucracy to manage a huge empire, the Royal Road, and Zoroastrianism. So that's it, and I will see you here next class. Make sure you have these notes done.